So we're coming to the end of the year 2023, and Tottenham Hotspur are currently the best team in the Premier League. Before we carry on, let's get this video to 100 likes and let's subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let's get us all the way to 7k subscribers. As I said, we're about 150 off, so let's make that happen. Tottenham 2, Fulham 0. Let's get into it. Now, I can't even lie. I have to say it from the jump. I'm going to say it like it is. These man, yo, I can't even say it. Tottenham Hotspur are the best team in the Premier League right now. They are making things look way too easy. All without Harry Kane. This is madness. They didn't even have Basuma. They didn't even have Basuma. Some weren't even fully fit, fam. Ange is cooking something, innit? Yeah? And it's about time we pay this man his respects. Because if I'm honest, the football Tottenham are playing and the points they're accumulating and the performances we're seeing from certain players it's taking me back to the Poch era. Prime Tottenham, prime Poch Tottenham. You know what I'm saying? Kyle Walker, Danny Rose, Vertonghen and Alderweireld. Like, we're looking at Romero and Van der Ven, who have been two of the best defenders in the league so far. Not two of the best, but again, they're in that top 5 bracket, 100%. Udogi's been a breath of fresh air for them. Of course, at right back, Pedro Porro, for me, is someone that actually fits the system. Not perfectly, I think defensively you can get got at, but going forward, he's brilliant. And of course, Basuma, Maddison and Sarr have been a revelation in that midfield. And of course, they've still got Bentancur to come back from injury as well. Now, I do think Tottenham just have an 11. Yeah, I think the second substitutions are made, it does get very, very techie, because the second Son and Maddison came off the pitch, Tottenham looks very, very average against Fulham, and Vicario had to step in to make two very good saves in order to, keep the clean sheet and to make it seem like a respectable scoreline. However, first 11, I generally think, as it stands, I believe that Tottenham Hotspur are performing at a higher level than Liverpool Football Club, than Arsenal Football Club, and Manchester City as well. They are putting in the performances and have accumulated the highest amount of points. Now, whether this is sustainable is another question. Some people think they're imposters. Others think they're going to be the first out of the 4 I just named to fall out of this early title race that we've kind of got going on here. Because obviously 3 points separate Tottenham at the top and obviously Liverpool in 4th place with Arsenal and City in between. I believe both on 21 points. Correct me if I'm wrong. So just looking at things as they are, I know it's early and it's very premature, but the performances are what is different. Under Conte, Tottenham started a similar way a couple seasons ago, but the performances weren't really there. It was boring, fossil football. Like it was horrible. Do you know what I'm saying? So now the fact that we're seeing Basuma, again, a breath of fresh air. Under this manager, under Ange, he is balling out. He's playing for me at a similar level to Declan Rice. And that says a lot for someone who had such a horrible season and I believe was only around 20 to 30 mil. Comparing him to a man that's just cost 100 mil. It's crazy what a manager can do and how he can transform a player. James Maddison, it was always a question of whether he can do it at the highest level. And look what he's doing. He's outperforming Odegaard. And that was a debate that Arsenal fans didn't want to hear. And unfortunately, it is what it is. Arsenal are not the best team in North London at the moment. But let's just say it how it is, people. Now, do Arsenal have the better squad? Of course. Do Arsenal have the better 11? I'd even say that as well. But in terms of the way they form and the way they're playing, we can't ignore what we're seeing from Tottenham Hotspur. Even Richarlison on the left attacking mid, he's not scoring goals. No, he's not. But if you watch his game, he's actually improving game by game with his decision making. Yes, the finishing might come later on. The finishing might never come, if I'm honest. In front of a goal, it's a little bit wishy-washy. But his all-round game is improving and he's playing to the system. And that's all that matters if your system can be successful. Now, If Tottenham keep their 11 fit, I want you guys to say in the chat right now, where do they finish if they can keep their 11 fit for the majority of the season, or, if they don't have any major injuries? Because as long as Son and Maddison are firing, these guys are going to be a force. I don't see a lot of teams beating Tottenham right at this moment in time. And it is what it is. People aren't going to want to hear it. People are going to say I'm being reactionary. People are just in denial of the fact that Tottenham Hotspur are actually becoming and have the foundations and can easily be a top team with the right signings if they are to fill their squad. Because whatever's on their bench is not good enough. But they didn't have Basuma today. And they still made Fulham look very, very ordinary. Not to say Fulham are cold, and obviously Tottenham were at home, so this was an expected win, but it's a Monday night, it's a banana peel. Teams do slip up. And Tottenham, they're a team who's, again, accumulated the most points with the best performances. Ange Postecoglou, you deserve your flowers. And that's coming from me, like, as I said. I do believe that maybe if we're talking VAR and stuff like that, maybe the points would be slightly different. But even if we were to have beaten Tottenham, they still sit on 20 points. If we drew the game, they would have been on 21 points. They would have been on par with City and Arsenal. So whatever way you look at it, they would have been there anyway. Van de Ven and Romero, this partnership, again, it's almost like the calm with the storm, and it's becoming a very, very fluid, it's a fluid back line. The only thing I'll say is that Tottenham are prone to conceding goals, but Vicario is someone who, for me, is saving Tottenham now. They have a keeper that is actually making saves when they do make the odd mistake. Who does that remind you of? A certain Alisson Becker. Now, I'm not comparing Vicario to Alisson Becker, but what I'm saying is they can now trust in their keeper. A backline is so much more confident when you can trust your keeper. He's not too bad with the ball at his feet. I'm not saying he's good with the ball at his feet, but he's not too bad with the ball at his feet. And his positioning and his reflexes are very, very good. Like, the scouting has been excellent, and they haven't even really spent the Harry Kane money yet. Imagine if they do. Watch out for Tottenham Hotspur. It could seriously get political. It's the Manchester derby on the weekend. Someone could drop points. So another top team's dropping points. Liverpool could drop points. Arsenal could drop. It can happen to any of us. Tottenham, for me, just don't look like they're dropping points. City, they're there as well. It's going to be very, very close and very, very interesting. But listen, I had to just give Tottenham their flowers. Listen, they are the best team in the Premier League right now. Argue with your auntie, innit? Argue with your auntie. Anyway, it's been another episode of Big Six Bands. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, drop a comment on what you think of Tottenham Hotspur, and we will see you in the next one.